What up, what up, what up? How'd everyone do this week, guys? How's it going, guys? What's up, Joe? How'd everyone do this week, guys? Name of the song? It's on my secret SoundCloud, guys. The SoundCloud is worth more than anything that I can teach you trading-wise. I'll tell you that for free. How'd everyone do this week, guys? How'd everyone do this week? Berkshire B shares versus the market right now. The market's outperforming, but we got a lot of shares, or we got a lot of options, or everything really, that are outperforming everything. So. Let me know if anybody has any type of stock market related question, guys. Just doing a little bit of market review right quick here. Just doing a little bit of market review. Any market related questions, stock dads related questions, futures related questions, guys. Let me know, let me know. Yeah, so Block just joined the S&P 500, so it'll be very interesting to see kind of how that reacts next week. This has been kind of one of those dead names for a long time. It's really just been range bound for like 3 years. Does this finally take it out of the range? We'll see. We saw that TTD, after getting included, all it did was just kind of reject off these EMAs. So I'm not really expecting too much, but we'll see. Berkshire Hathaway, I'm not really expecting much either. Someone mentioned that on the other stream. AMD, this is another good chart. Monthly's trying to flip. So now at this point, we just need a pullback. Some type of pullback, some type of consolidation. One of the two. Pullback or consolidation, we could take a long in there. Tesla. Tesla here, the daily is flipping to the upside. And then if you look at the monthly, double monthly inside bar. Weekly is potentially trying to set up, well, weekly did set up a buy here. It's really just a lot of consolidation here. Waiting for this monthly to try to trigger. ASML, this is an ugly monthly chart. The monthly tried to flip, poked higher, poked lower, not so ideal here. Meta, I've been saying now for like a week, maybe even longer, that Meta for me is a no touch. It's just too conflicting for me, right? All the EMAs are conflicting, the daily, weekly, monthly. So for me, there's no reason to trade this one right now. Daily's kind of funky. The weekly just tagged the weekly 8, monthly inside bars. So no real reason to trade that one. Neo, I have no interest in Neo. Neo has been in a monthly downtrend for, I don't even know how long. I mean, since really 2022, so no interest there. Leroy, thank you for the gifts, appreciate that. ASTS is solid. For Tesla, if you're gonna take it, you gotta buy a lot of time. ASTS is definitely a solid one. How to join the Discord, the link is in the bio. The link is in the bio. You get access to everything in the Discord, small account challenge, live voice chat, all that. The buy was down here for ASTS. Now you gotta wait for a pullback. Wait for a pullback on ASTS. strategy. I can't teach a strategy right now. I don't have enough time, nor am I doing that for free. BBAI. You know, this one was also a buy at the daily 20 EMA. Now I might need to cool off a bit. Do I journal my trades? Well, you know, I'm an analyst in a Discord, so all my trades are naturally tracked, but I do review them on the weekends. I don't really do like trade replays anymore, but I do kind of review them, you know. I don't like physically replay them back in trading view. ALAB. ALAB, we took some ALAB this week and last week actually. We got chopped around a little bit last week, finally got that nice move, trying to break out of this range here. Basically above this 103s, we're golden. We took the 104 calls and we got a small loss on those, and then we took the $100 calls and made a big gain on those. Really nice trade there in ALAB. SMH. This is just the semiconductor ETF. Another one's just chugging all-time highs. Buy the higher time frame EMA pullbacks. That's all you gotta do. Guys, let's see if we get to 2K likes on TikTok, guys. Let's see if we get to 2K likes on TikTok. Come on. Melly. This one has earnings coming up in a couple weeks. I'd probably say wait for that. It's also kind of just range bound, right? In this big kind of like 10%-ish range. So I'd say wait for now. Thoughts on Sound and APLD? Three Musketeers. I'm not sure if you're in the Discord, but I have plays for both of those in the Discord. So make sure you check that out. If you're not in the Discord, then click the link in my bio. And if you're not already following me, guys, make sure you double tap that screen and drop me a follow on all the socials. Really appreciate that. At Zach Austin Trades. Like I said, I do have trades for those in the Discord, so I'm not going to spoil them here. If you're in the Discord, you let me know. Lucid, not interested in Lucid. Definitely not what I'm interested in personally. Your hero, thank you for the gifts. You know, we get these short-term pops on these names, but they never really stick, right? NUKL. Guys, let's see if we get to 2K likes on TikTok, guys. This is the uranium nuclear ETF, another really strong one. You know, so there's really not a whole lot you can do. All you can really do is just buy the pullbacks, right? When we're at all-time highs, could you chase the breakout? Sure, but it's better off to buy the pullbacks, right? LPSN. Anybody play MLB The Show? Anyone play MLB The Show? Let me know. I don't really mess with penny stocks too much, guys, so I can't really help you out here. Bitcoin needs to get back over like 120. If Bitcoin gets back over 120K, it's back on. Rocket Lab, another strong one. All you can really do is just buy these, you know, higher time frame pullbacks. We're pretty much hitting my big target here. Above that, pretty much wide open. This is my like main fib target though. So this is the main fib target. What I think of Block joining the S&P 500, I already mentioned that. I don't really know what to think because this one's really been range bound for like 3 years, so I'm not sure if this finally maybe is the catalyst it needs to break out. The chart itself isn't very good. We already covered it, but I'll look at it again, right? It's really just been range bound, really range bound, so we'll see. Back above maybe 80 bucks, it changes a bit, but guys on TikTok, double tap that screen, like the stream, guys. Help me out, come on. BlackRock. The lines are support and resistance, yes. Some of them might be old because I haven't traded Block in a long time, so some might be old. Is this all-time high? Let's see. Yep, all-time high. Just buy the pullbacks. Buy the pullbacks. Sell the impulse. Carlos, I'm playing video games right now, so I just figured I go on live stream while I do that. Shane, thank you for the gifts. Could Lunar run back over 17? Let's check out Lunar. What up, Yuvaj? Guys, make sure if you're not already following, guys, double tap the screen, drop me a follow. And if you're not already in Discord, make sure you click the link in the bio. Click the link in the bio and you'll join me and the team in the Discord. Live voice chats every single day. Small account challenge, a lot of good stuff, guys. Can it get back over 17? I mean, it could. It's really been just range bound here. It needs confirmation above like 13. Not a bad looking chart though. Definitely one to keep on watch. NUE, Nucor. Weekly's kind of putting in a pause here. Let's see the monthly. Monthly's still in a downtrend, so I wouldn't touch this one. Don't sleep on the Discord, that's right. Carlos said it, not me. PDD. Yeah, a lot of these Chinese stocks are trying to get a little bit of a pop. The big one that I missed this week was View2. This was a big miss for me today, was View2. I was going to swing it yesterday. I probably should have. I just decided not to, and it exploded. So it went from around like 150 to 170. So MSTR got smoked today. I had some spreads for next week. It needs to have a big gap next week. If it gaps up big next week to like 440s, it can run and take out that high and then run to like 470 plus. But it needs to get a big gap, which means Bitcoin needs to run. Bitcoin most likely needs to be this weekend. So basically my plan, or my thoughts I should say, for Bitcoin, right? The daily close is closing in 2 hours, right? It needs to close probably around like 118.5 or like 118. And then the next 2 days, it probably needs to rally back over like 120.5s. Ethereum and all these other crypto names took the kind of front run this week. You know, they were kind of the leader. So now we're going to have to see Bitcoin become leader again. It cooled off for the last like 4 or 5 days, so that's what we need. Do I buy stocks or options only? I do both. That's why I said, guys, the small account is up 10% in 10 days. Stock only. You could start with any amount. You could start with 10,000, 1,000, 100,000. Doesn't matter what you start with. It's all based on a percentage system. So if you followed with $10,000, you would have made $1,000 in the last 2 days. If you started with $25,000, you would have made $2,500. You know, I can continue, but that's why I think the beautiful thing about the small account challenge that we're doing is you really don't need a certain amount. You can start with any type of amount. Tether got bad market news. No, also coins got bad news. No, I don't know. Maybe. I try not to see the news, guys. I try not to read the news. I'm a technical based trader, so everything else to me is noise. Juicy Stocks, Akbar, thank you for the gifts. People have been talking about XRP, guys. You got to realize, if XRP gets to the market cap that Bitcoin has, XRP will be at $35. So it's a 10x. People are saying it's going to thousands and thousands. It's not. It's not. Sol, I haven't touched Sol in a long time. I don't know. Let's see what's at. I don't even know what's at. Definitely not a great daily bar. I mean, it's probably, honestly, it's pretty weak compared to where some of the other coins are at, so not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of crypto to begin with, but guys, if you're not already following me, on TikTok, please do me a favor, double tap the screen and drop me a follow. Really appreciate that, guys. SUI. I don't know, the Sun Communities? Never heard of that. TDTH. I'm assuming this is going to be a penny stock. If it tripled in 3 days. I could be wrong. Yep, I am right. I don't really mess with penny stocks, guys. I don't really mess with penny stocks. Can't really help you out too much when it comes to that. I don't really have an edge when it comes to penny stocks, so. Double tap that screen, guys. Let's see what the 2K likes on TikTok, guys. We're approaching. We're getting there. We're getting there. Come on. Intel here has been going sideways for pretty much a year. I have no interest in trading this. It lost its key support, lost its key support. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets down to $10. Yeah, I don't really mess with penny stocks, like I said, for shits and giggles. I'm not a big fan of them. Petrobras. Petrobras. I don't see that on here. Petrobras. PBR. Yeah, I would say it's a no for me as well, guys. Hinge. Thank you for the gifts on TikTok, guys. Up top of the screen. So I actually had shares of Hinge, and I decided to close them at break even. I was up almost 10% at the highs here, but I decided to close them at even because I think this name might spend some more time consolidating personally. So we'll see. APLD here. We took entry in the Discord. I took entry around 10.7s, and now we're trading at 11.9, so up over 10% or about 10% already. Pretty solid. Let me know, guys, if anyone else has any other questions about the Discord, futures trading, stock trading. Let me know, guys, anything. We're almost at 2K. Actually, we're almost at 1K likes. Never mind. I thought we were almost at 2K. We're at almost at 1K likes. Come on. So Danny, that's actually a good question. The difference between the Discord and the difference between the Mastermind. The Discord is just where I go and I kind of do my daily routines, right? I hop on live voice chat, I share my analysis, I share my trades, share my screen. The Mastermind is where I dive in depth to my strategy. So if you actually want to learn everything that I do, I give you guys bits and pieces when I'm on live voice chat. I don't like to gatekeep, but just being realistic, I don't have enough time in the day, and I don't have enough time to answer all the questions to do that. So the Mastermind is really the next level. If you want to learn exactly how I do everything, the Mastermind has that. Plus, you get access to my watch list, access to my sizing template, access to my custom EMA script. So a lot of bonuses there as well. But it's 12 sessions between 60 and 75 minutes each. A couple bonus sessions. I had one bonus session so far. I'm going to upload another one shortly. And it's really the best way to learn. And I'm very impartial to my strategy, so. Mastermind, totally worth it. Appreciate it. Really do appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, no problem for shits and giggles. You got it, bro. But yes, that's what the Mastermind is. That's what the Mastermind is. Soundhound. I have some shares of Soundhound as well. Took two different entries in here. Took entry at 11.5. Sold some at 13 and change. Took entry again at 11.5 and sold some almost at 13 again. So just kind of trying to pepper these 10% moves, 10% moves. Grow the account, 10% moves. STM. Microelectronics. Let's see. Ever heard of this ticker? It has earnings next week though, so I'd probably just say wait for the earnings. Wait for the earnings and then see if it has a big move or not. Seems last time it had earnings had a decent move, so maybe. AMAT. Guys, we're almost at 1K likes, guys. Come on. AMAT looks like it could potentially be rolling over a little bit. I think we probably have better charts out there. The weekly is a little damaged. I mean, we'd probably need a bit. If we get a gap up next week to kind of erase this red bar, that's what I'd be looking for. RXRX. I'm not really good with biopharmas, guys. All these biopharmas look the same, right? This is an ugly chart, really ugly chart. So, I mean, if you know something I don't, go for it. But the chart itself does not look pretty for longs. Definitely does not look pretty for longs at all. TLT. It's just the bonds, guys. I don't really mess with the bonds. I mean, I guess you could do analysis on the bonds if you want, daily downtrend, weekly downtrend, monthly downtrend, but I don't really mess with the bonds like that. Guys, we're almost at 1K likes. Actually, we should get to 1K likes. Let's get to 2K likes on TikTok, guys. Come on. 2K likes. Let's get it. Come on. Zeta. This one has earnings coming up in a bit too, so it could easily potentially just be waiting for that. Daily inside bar, so I'd say above like 16 change. You can long if you want, but I'll wait for the earnings. I'd wait for the earnings. Anyone have any other questions, guys, about the Stock Dads Discord, about futures trading, stock trading, the Mastermind as a whole? I touched upon the Mastermind a bit, but obviously, like I said, that's the in-depth kind of education that I offer. Docu. This is another weak chart. Daily's trying to flip, but still in a weekly downtrend. So I'd say wait for this weekly to flip. Once the weekly flips, you could take it. Until then, I would probably stay away. Lolo, thank you for the gift. XLE. Yeah, I don't really love this chart either. Really just range bound. There's a lot of better charts, better ETFs out there. This weekly chart's a bit weak here. No pun intended. Google had a great day. Let's check out Google. Yeah, Google just had a steady climb up, I suppose, there. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Target. Target's another weak chart. There's a lot of better names to trade. I mean, yes, daily uptrend potentially, but weekly, monthly still in a downtrend. So there's a lot of better names, guys. Good question, Anshul. My personal goal is to get the account to 100%. Once I get the account to 100%, I'll probably stop. Or I'll stop doing it as much. So if we can double the account, I think that would be a great success, just trading equity. So, yeah. Also, guys, one thing I forgot to mention with the Mastermind, which is the Mastermind is kind of the most in-depth education that I offer, right? That Stock Dads offers that I offer. If you get the bundle package, you also get access to the Mastermind chats. The Mastermind Updates channel, which has a ton of different information. As I mentioned, already has the indicators in there, my custom script. It has the sizing template, it has my custom watch list, as well as some other stuff. You get access to the chats, the questions. We've done tons of trade recaps in there, so you get access to all of that prior stuff as well. So it's and then you get access to the community. It's a good community, right? Yes, we have the Stock Dads community, but this is strictly just for like my strategies and stuff. So it's cool. It's cool. But to answer the question, yeah, I'll probably at some point stop the equity channel. Lolo, I post all my trades in the Discord, so make sure you join the Discord. I post all of them there. Right now, I'm not in much. I closed a lot of stuff out. This was a good winner from the week, ACHR. We bought this one around 11.5, somewhere around here. Closed it out today at 13.6. So nice, like 15+% winner in just about 2 days or something like that, 3 days. Good win, good win. Going to finance Mastermind via the challenge, nice. You can still open up a payment plan if you do need Anshul right now, if you want to get into it right away. RCAT. This one's getting a little bit of a rejection here, right? Maybe return to the mean, down to that daily EMA, potentially, right? How do I find good stocks? I wish I could explain it to you simply. It's, I have a custom watch list that I built just throughout the years. I'm constantly adding to it, sometimes subtracting to it. And then I have a system that I teach onto actually what we do in the pre-market. I have an entire session in the Mastermind just talking about the pre-market stuff. So, because listen, you can learn everything under the sun, but if you don't know how to actually apply it, meaning the scanning portion, the pre-market portion, does you no good, right? Does you no good. Duolingo, let's check out Duolingo. Yeah, I mean, not a great chart. Daily's just been fading. The weekly's about to flip to the downside. Monthly's right, the monthly 8, a little bit harsh. So I would say if it dips a little bit more to like 315, maybe it's a buy. The weekly could be flipped into a downside, so I don't really love it. But we'll see. City. If anybody plays MLB The Show, guys, on Xbox or PlayStation, DM me after this. City's a good bank stock, just ripping new highs. Nice. All-time high, buy the EMA dips. That's it, that's it, that's it. Stock Dads, I don't know. It's just the name of this is just the name of the business. You don't have to be a dad. You don't even have to be a boy. We have plenty of females, including some female analysts that kick ass, so. You guys, let me know if anyone has any last minute questions, guys, before I hop off shortly here. Let me know, let me know. Let's see if we get to 2K likes on TikTok, guys, before I hop off. Come on. Is XRP going to skyrocket? I would say no. I don't automate my watch list, but I do have a system that I use that makes it pretty solid. I've been good. How you doing? Just chilling. What's my options time frame? 1 month or less or more? Good question. It all depends on the trade. All depends on the risk. Sometimes I buy 2 weeks. Sometimes I buy 2 months. Sometimes I buy 3+. Typically, I've found for myself, If I buy more than 3 months, it's usually not necessary. So I've been keeping the options for the most part 4 to 8 weeks ahead. 4 to 8 weeks is usually a good number. If I think it'll happen within like the same day or maybe the next day, I'll buy the like maybe a 2 week out or something like that. But most of the time, it's between like 2 and 4 weeks, and then if I need more time, 4 to 8 weeks. Could you automate the? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm actually working with people right now to try to work with automations on Shul. So I'm not like an expert when it comes to that type of stuff. I'm not really a techie software guy, but I am working with people right now to try to get more automation into my trading. So I would say you probably can automate it. I don't know how, so that's what I'm working for. But yeah, in the money, out the money, it depends. Again, like I said, I have a whole entire section in the mastermind teaching what strikes I look for, why I look for them. So it all depends on the trade. But to answer the question, yes, I hope in the near future my trading can become a little bit more automated, which would be great. Less time at the screens, less stress. Why do I think Trump signed that? I have no idea. No, I don't really use covered calls and credit spreads. I'm mostly just buying options and flipping the premium, guys. That's mostly what I'm doing. Guys, if you're not already following on TikTok, please double tap the screen, drop me a follow. I really appreciate that. Lolo, Juicy Stocks, appreciate you guys for following. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's up, Ace? Guys, any other questions, any last minute questions before I head off? Again, whether it's about myself, the Stock Dads Discord, the Mastermind, future trading, stock trading, anything, let me know. Any other questions, guys? Let me know, let me know, let me know. I'm not trading any stocks right now, Jacob. I'm just watching, just doing charting right here. What stocks should you put money in right now? I post all of my analysis on what I personally do in the Discord. I'm not here to tell you guys what to do or what not to do on stream right now. All I can do is tell you what I personally do. So again, if you want to get access to that, link is in the Discord. Lolo, again, I'm not saying what you should do or what not to do right here. That's not my job. My job right now is to do, some analysis, answer some questions. So. Anybody else? Any other questions though, guys? Besides, what should I buy right now? Any last minute questions, guys? Let me know. Let me know. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off here. I appreciate everybody for tuning in again. If you want to join the Discord, click the link in the bio. It will send you to the Discord. From there, you get access to all of my trades. We have about 12 exclusive analysts, live voice chats every single day.